Good morning and welcome to Teeing Off with RevSportz. I'm Gargi Raut and joining me today for this conversation is Ishan Shahane, Debashish Sen and G. Rajaraman. We have lots to discuss today. We have from Ashwin playing his 100th test match, Mohun Bagan playing Jamshedpur later in the day, the WPL match last night, and a very exclusive interview from Saurav Ganguly. So don't miss out on anything. Debashish, 6 days later, India will take on England for the final test of the series, which will also be Ravichandran Ashwin's 100th test match. When you look back on his journey, what moments have stood out to you the most?
Yeah, obviously, he has been a great bowler for India. Means that 500 plus wicket itself says it all. And he has done it time and time again. And that speaks volumes of his longevity, the way he has carried forward the discipline he brought into his game, and that is one thing that stands out for me. Means the sheer discipline, thinking out of the box every time. You never find a cricketer like Ashwin is always thinking out of the box to get the batsman
Yes.
out, and that is what sets him apart from other bowlers. And so it will be incredible for him to get his 100 to play his 100 test matches in Dharamsala.
And Raja, Ashwin has been a phenomenal all-rounder in Test cricket. Uh, the Indian team would be looking incomplete without Ashwin all these years, wouldn't it?
Yeah, he's had a permanent place in the squad, even though sometimes he's been left out because India's played with only Ravindra Jadeja as the sole spinner, and because India's had such a set of fast bowlers who delivered overseas. But Ashwin has managed really well. What I like about him particularly is the fact that he has constantly improved himself. He's not the same bowler he was 10 years ago. He's not the same bowler he was 2 years ago. I think he's looking to keep on adding layers to his repertoire and confuse the batsman. The way he uses his angles, going from round the wicket even to a right-hander and getting those LBW decisions, truly marvelous. Boxing left-handers with the ball that goes straight through, the knuckle ball as they call it now. But to me, it is more like an armor from the off spinner, a brilliant bowler, somebody who understands the dynamics of the cricket ball and understands the minds of the batters, because he himself has been an opening bat in his formative years and has got 5 test match centuries to his credit. So he understands the batsman thinking, and to be able to get into their minds and to understand what they're going to do next and then fox them. I think it's been marvelous to watch. 500 plus wickets are testimony to the quality of Ravichandran Ashwin.
Ishan Ashwin has also recently completed 500 test wickets. It's not an easy milestone to achieve, but even though he may not look like it, Ashwin has always been a lethal bowler. Your thoughts on him?
Yes, I mean it's a huge feat to actually achieve that because 500 wickets is just a massive number, and a lot of us don't possibly understand the gravity of the feat that he's actually accomplished because it's just massive, and getting it in Test match cricket is even harder. So it's just a testament to his fitness and his ability to outfox the batsman. Ashwin's always been the key player for the Indian side, and I think having him in that squad has always benefited the team. So without Ashwin, we can always see that we feel that the bowling department is somewhere missing if it's not Bumrah or Ashwin in that squad. So that's the important that these two players have for the Indian side. So I think Ashwin's testament to Indian cricket has just been marvelous, and 500 wickets is just an amazing feat. I think he's going to go on and get a lot more wickets. Obviously, Anil Kumble is quite far off at the moment, but I mean, you never know if he continues to get wickets. He can obviously reach somewhere closer, but possibly not going past Anil Kumble. But he's definitely the second best spinner I feel India's ever produced, if not the best.
To celebrate Ashwin, his contributions to Indian cricket, and to reminisce on his journey so far, we have something special prepared. Take a look.
Ravichandran Ashwin is on the verge of creating history as he approaches his 100th Test appearance for the national team, becoming the 14th Indian cricketer to achieve this milestone. The 5th Test against England in Dharamshala from March 7th onwards will mark his entry into an exclusive club that includes cricket legends such as Sachin Tendulkar, Rahul Dravid, Sunil Gavaskar, Anil Kumble, and Virat Kohli, among others. Ashwin's journey to this significant moment has been truly remarkable. Known for his right arm off spin, he currently stands as the second highest wicket taker in Test matches for India, boasting an impressive tally of 507 wickets. His recent accomplishment of reaching 500 wickets at a remarkable pace, surpassing the illustrious Anil Kumble, underscores his extraordinary skill and commitment. In the fourth Test against England, Ashwin once again demonstrated his mastery of spin, securing a 5-wicket haul in the second innings. This not only propelled India to a decisive victory but also marked his 35th 5-wicket haul, placing him on par with Anil Kumble in this prestigious record. If he secures a 5-for in the 5th Test, Ashwin will surpass Kumble's record and become the Indian bowler with the most 5-fors in Test cricket. However, Ashwin's brilliance extends beyond his bowling expertise. He has etched his name in cricket history by becoming the first Indian cricketer to amass 1000 runs and claim 100 wickets against a single opposition in the longest format. His contributions to the team's success are truly unparalleled. On the other side, England's Johnny Bairstow is poised to embark on his 100th Test journey amid a challenging phase in his career. Despite struggling with a dip in form, Bairstow's milestone match holds immense contribution to England cricket and his emotional significance. His track record speaks volumes, having accumulated 5,974 runs in 99 Test matches, including 12 centuries. As Ashwin prepares to step onto the field for his 100th Test, he carries the weight of numerous records and the pride of the nation. What do you think of Ravichandran Ashwin? Is he the greatest Indian spinner of all time? Do let us know in the comment section below and keep following RevSportz for more.
Moving over to football now, Devashish, Mohun Bagan is at the third position in the points table, and tonight they clash against Jamshedpur. Jamshedpur, having won their last match, who are looking very strong under Khalid Jamil. Do you think Jamshedpur is going to be a huge challenge for Mohun Bagan?
Every match that Mohun Bagan plays from now is a big match for them, because considering them that the only way to play in that the AFC tournament is to win that league seal. I mean, else they don't stands a chance to play in an AFC tournament, because they have made a big team, and last match they drew with Orissa FC. So I think, and remember the next game they are playing the derby against East Bengal. So they would love to have the confidence. Means obviously the good news for Mohun Bagan is Brendan Hamil is fit and he is going to make it to is going to be back in the bench. And the biggest positive for Mohun Bagan since Habas has taken over is that there's certainly this air of confidence that the players are enjoying, which was not the case because they lost three times in a row, lost the Super Cup final to East Bengal. So that did not do their confidence a world of good. But now they have bounced back, and the manner in which they are performing, I think Mohun Bagan should feel confident. And if they can win tonight against Jamshedpur FC, they will definitely have that confidence going into the derby against East Bengal.
And since you said that Mohun Bagan has done really well under Habas, what are some of the most important aspects of his coaching that have stood out to you?
Obviously, Habas is someone who does not take pressure on himself, and yesterday during the press conference also he was asked about this match. He just said that I just want to take one match at a time, and that is what should happen. Means obviously not put too much pressure on his players, but then what he has done is that he has transformed this Mohun Bagan side. Means and he has, and we all know that he has won an ISL trophy, so it's not new to him. But then the biggest positive for Mohun Bagan is the fact that Petratros and Johnny Kauko, Johnny Kauko rejoining the side has added that attacking flair of Mohun Bagan, and that is what has been the biggest positive. And I think, and they have been scoring goals, but with the likes of Petratros, Kauko, and Obviously the Sadiku, and obviously the Mohun Bagan will be missing Sahal tonight. So that is a huge concern. But then, given the fact they have been performing in recent times, I think they should feel confident of getting full points at home tonight.
And since we're on the topic of football, it would only make sense to show you all about what Dimitri Petratos thinks about Mohun Bagan in the ISL. Take a look.
Bagan has scored, and now people are getting your cutouts, your jerseys, the intensity, and now second season. Talk to me.
Look, I am there at the right time, but it's not just myself. It's a team effort. There's been a few goals now, more than a few that have been good combinations. What the coaches wanted, that we've done in training, we've put into the game, and you can see a big difference now.
And what's the difference between where sort of coach has contributed in making this change?
Look, just like he said before, he's come in. The respect is a big thing. Be compact together, work together, and go out there and fight. And have the belief as a team.
Played in different parts of the world. The intensity of the Kolkata derby to be able to score very important goals. Can you tell me a little bit how special is it?
Of course, it's a great feeling. And the most important thing is not to lose the game, to try and win. This is what we did from the beginning of the game. We went out there to try and win. Okay, we got the draw in the end, so it's still not a negative, so it's good. And in terms of like the atmosphere is amazing. The fans were great. They've been great all season, so.
Now moving on to WPL. Last night we saw RCB versus DC, an incredible match. But Debashi, Smriti Mandhana looks very, very good right now. Two back-to-back half centuries. But with the T20 World Cup coming up, it's also a great sign for the Indian team as well.
Yeah, obviously, and I must say, not only Shriti, even Harmanpreet, Richa have all performed, and that augurs well for the Indian women's team. And what an innings she has played yesterday night. That 74. She could have easily won the match for RCB had she got some support from the other batters. Means obviously there were not much contribution from the other batters when it comes to RCB, and the difference yesterday night was the foreigners. Means if you look at the performance of Alice Capsey or a Jess Jonathan or a Madison Cap, and when you look at RCB, Sophie Molyneux or Nadine de Klerk and Georgia Warren, means that has been the difference for me in yesterday's match. The foreigners, the overseas cricketer, and Madison Cap has been a brilliant, means of both with the ball and that bat, and that dismissal of Shriti Mandhana. I think that paved the way back. And remember, RCB was chasing the highest total in WPL history, 194. Even the men's team would have been difficult for the men's team also to chase such a huge total. And I think Delhi Capitals once again looks to be the team to beat. Yes, they lost the first match against Mumbai Indians, but they 2 wins out of 2, and they looks to be a team to beat along with Mumbai Indians. Gargi.
Ishan, like Debashi said, the Delhi Capitals look like the team to beat because Shefali Verma, the opener, has also been going all guns blazing. Two back-to-back half centuries for her as well, and she looks in incredible rhythm. What did you think about her last night?
No, I think that's great news for the Delhi Capitals and the Indian team, Gargi, because Shefali Verma is supposed to deliver up the order for the Indian team. In the longest time, I think in the recent past, she hasn't been able to do that at her very best. But suddenly in the last 2 games now, she's getting into a groove and started to perform really, really well. And I think, we all can see the difference here. If you perform up the order, get some runs up the order, that just sets you up for the rest of the innings. The, the batswomen coming after that are, perfectly set. There's less pressure. And that's what you want. If you lose a few wickets up the order, that just puts a lot of pressure on that batting lineup. So I think Shefali Verma is doing a great job. Smriti Mandhana herself is doing a great job. I think yesterday she looked exceptionally comfortable. I think Trisha had a discussion with us earlier that she did not look as comfortable earlier on, but yesterday she actually texted me and told me that this is the difference, and I understood the difference as well, because she was very present at the crease and looked really, really good. So I think it's good news overall for Indian cricket as well, and even for the WPL, Gagi, I feel, because you don't want one-sided matches as well. You want every team winning, which will keep the competition really exciting. So I think it's setting up beautifully, and we can expect a lot more interesting matches in the future.
Raja, RCB have won 2 games in the tournament so far, having played 3 of them. We've seen some good performances throughout their campaign so far. The men's RCB team couldn't win the cup. Do you think Smriti can?
Definitely, all teams will have to believe that they can win the title, and RCB's got a good side. But last night was a matter of concern, as Debashish pointed out a short while earlier. Their overseas component did not contribute with the bat as much as the Delhi Capitals foreign players did. I think it's very important that everybody pulls in their weight. Smriti was left waging a lone battle, and when she fell, you knew the match was out of RCB's hand. So RCB will have to find consistency, and the fact that they allowed Delhi Capital to score all those runs in the end. I think the last 6 or 7 overs they went for plenty, and that is why they had to end up chasing the highest total ever in WPL history. I think they need to look at their bowling resources as well. Smriti has a task on hand. If they want to win the title, they need to find the consistency, and the overseas players will have to step up a little bit more.
Well, that wraps up our conversation. We'll all be back with you next Monday at 9 a.m., but we'll leave you with a very special exclusive interview of Saurav Ganguly. Till then, stay tuned to RevSportz, and everyone enjoy your weekends.
Hi, this is me, Debashish for RevSportz, and I have someone who is very special to me, none other than former India captain and ex-BCCI chief, Saurav Ganguly. The big news for now is that Shreyas Iyer and Ishan Kishan has missed out on the central contract. Maratha, what do you make out of this decision by the board?
I think the BCCI wants them to play first-class cricket, so I'm surprised why Shreyas Iyer hasn't played Ranji Trophy. And it's a premier tournament, Ranji Trophy, and you're supposed to play. So it's a decision by the BCCI, and what they thought right, they've done it. But players must play first-class cricket. That's the basis of cricket in this country.
But how do you look at Ishan Kishan? Means for a youngster like Ishan, means obviously he was requested to play in that Ranji Trophy, but he did not. He showed thumbs down to BCCI's directive. Means what do you make out of this?
That's wrong. You're supposed to play first-class cricket. It's a premier tournament of your country. You're a contracted player, and once you're a contracted player, you are expected to play. Shreyas Iyer is playing the semi-final
for Bombay,
for Bombay in a couple of days' time. They are young people, and Ishan Kishan has surprised me. He was a part of the Indian team in all format, one-day cricket, test cricket, 50-over cricket, such a big contract in IPL. So I don't know why he's done that.
Means during your choice, how importance did you give to Ranji Trophy?
That was the main tournament. That was on the basis. It was on the basis of Ranji Trophy you played for India. Nobody could even think about not playing Ranji Trophy. Obviously, IPL wasn't there. IPL came in at the later stages of my career, many of our careers. So Ranji Trophy was the most important tournament.
But Maharashtra, we are at a stage now, means obviously with the IPL coming in, means IPL is also a BCCI tournament, and Ranji Trophy is also a BCCI. So the player can make a call, means he should be, or should look at the other way.
You must play. Especially when you're as gifted as Ishan Kishan and you're playing for India in all formats, you must play.
But do you think that this was the right move? Something that should set alarms for other cricketers as well?
Yeah, BCCI has taken a strong stance, and rightfully, as the parent body in the country, they have taken this stance, and rightfully so. When you're contracted, you have to abide by the rules.
Coming back to the recent test series win, Maharashtra means obviously 1-0 down, and the manner in which they made the comeback means...
That was always on the cards. To beat India in India is very difficult. It's not easy to beat India in India. And England are a pretty young team, especially the spin bowling attack. All three of them have played one test each before the start of the series.
spinners,
Bashir hadn't played a test match before the start of the series. Normally you don't see such inexperienced spin bowling attack in international teams, and India is hard to beat. Having said that, India also had a very young team, young batters, and I must say they stood up very well. India has huge talent.
Talking about the young batters, obviously someone like a Yashasvi Jaiswal, who has been a revelation, 655 runs in the series, and he is someone who
Still
has
one test match to
still
go.
one test match to go in Dharamshala. What to make out of Yashasvi's growth over the years? Means scored the debut 100 in Dominica against the West Indies.
He's very good. He's a special talent and a talent for all formats. 50 overs, T20, he plays them equally well, and he's got a great career. I really like him.
And obviously other youngsters